welcome to my channel. I don't know why I said that as a question. Anyways, this is another episode. This is a mess. This is another episode of the worst entertainment companies. In this series, I talk about some of the worst entertainment companies in the K-pop industry to shed a light on how these companies poorly manage and mistreat their idols and their trainees, because we as fans oftentimes tend to be unaware of the things that happen behind closed doors. If you haven't seen any of the previous episodes, I'll link them in the right top corner so you can check those out as well. In this episode, I'll talk about the entertainment Pascal. They have exploited their girl group Stellar and mismanaged them on top of that. What they've done to Stellar is outright ridiculous, and it's about time that we talk about it. So get ready, buckle up, grab a snack, because we're going to We're going to dive into it right now. The Entertainment Pascal is a very small company, so I was unable to find any information on when exactly the company was founded. So we'll jump ahead to the moment that Stellar made their debut. In 2011, the Entertainment Pascal, alongside Shinhwa's Eric Mun, formed the four-member girl group named Stellar. The group originally consisted of Kayoung, Cheonyeol, Choa, and Ishol. They made their debut with Rocket Girl in August of 2011. Despite the group gaining some attention because they were formed by Eric of Shinhwa, their debut did not meet expectations and got very little attention. After the promotions for Rocket Girl had ended, Ishol and Joa announced that they would actually leave Stellar in order to start their own ballad group. But the Entertainment Pascal was quick to add Minhee and Hyoan to the group, and the newly formed lineup started preparing for their comeback. In March of 2012, Stellar released UFO. This comeback went unnoticed, and until this day, the music video for UFO has only managed to gain around 400,000 views. This comeback was followed by a year-long period of radio silence, making the fans they had at the time fear for an announcement of the group possibly disbanding. To the fans' surprise, Stellar made a comeback in July of 2013, but the comeback once again didn't get the attention both the group and the company had hoped that it would get. Times were extremely rough for the company and Stellar. They would have so little money that they would have to split one meal between the four of them, and they barely made enough money to buy groceries. Even the company was very small, they couldn't afford transport for the group, and the entertainment company didn't even have their own practice room, so the members of Stellar had to use the practice room of another company. But they would always feel embarrassed when they ran into other female idol groups and they would hide their faces. It was such a critical time that quite a few staff members left the Entertainment Pascal, including Eric Mun, who had produced their music over the last 2 years. Going into 2014, the company decided to give Stellar one last chance, and they decided to change the group's concept completely. The group would take on the sexy concept, which is something that a lot of girl groups do when they're kind of at their last resort. And this comeback would determine whether the group could continue or whether they would disband. Stellar would go on to become famous, or should I say infamous, for their song Marionette, as the music for the song was very sensual and almost erotic. What might surprise most people is that the members actually felt comfortable in their outfits. They even stated so themselves in an interview with No Cut News. Gayoung said the following: 3 of our members took ballet before, so when we first saw our outfits, we just thought, oh, they just look like leotards. Hyoan added, that's right, we were comfortable to the point that we'd run around and play on set. However, the company wasn't fully transparent about the image they were trying to portray or going to portray. When the lights turned on the set, it appeared a lot more sensual than the members of Stellar had anticipated. And while the scenes in the script seemed rather innocent, one of the members was supposed to drink milk as if she was longing for someone. And that scene was edited in such a way that it seemed almost explicit. And that member was actually so traumatized to the point that she hasn't drunk milk ever since then. Like, when the members saw that music video, they were so appalled and shocked because this is not how they imagined that it would be portrayed or how they would be portrayed, and they were genuinely upset because of this. The comeback did gain them a lot of attention, which allowed the company to get their own practice room and transport for the members of Stellar, so I guess that's something good that came out of it. Later on that same year, Stellar would make a comeback with Mask. They stuck to the same sound, but the lyrics of the song had an underlying message. And the lyrics actually talked about how Stellar felt the need to turn to a sexy concept in order to attract the attention of the public. The masks they wear refer to the image that was construed of them in Marionette. They did it because it was what the public wanted of them, and that's what it took for them to be loved. And they couldn't have been more right, because the public did not care for this song or Stellar's sincerity, and the comeback was rather unsuccessful, and this caused their promotions to be cut short. In 2015, the entertainment Pascal pushed Stellar to return to a cute concept, even though the members didn't like the song and felt that it wouldn't make a good title track. And the members turned out to be right, because the comeback was extremely unsuccessful and the public had forgotten about Stellar completely. So you might be thinking, oh, how nice that they didn't push Stellar to do another sexy concept. No. Because their company took it even further this time when they forced the members to wear outfits that they weren't comfortable in. They stated so right away, they were like, we cannot dance in this will be too revealing. And their company got upset with them. They were like, why are you getting upset over this when you haven't even tried them on? Try them on first. And the members actually did try them on. They took photos in them, they danced in them, but they felt really uncomfortable because it was revealing way too much. The entertainment company actually promised the members to change the outfits, but they went on to release the pictures of them in those dresses without their consent. And at the time, the members would express their concerns to their company because they totally did not feel comfortable with this concept. And Pascal's response was to threaten them, because if any of the members were going to violate their contract, they would have to pay a large sum of money to their company. And these girls, being young at the time, were so scared to step up and speak out about it and refuse, so they just did as their company told them. And so Stellar released Vibrato in July of 2015, and the music video once again was very sensual, borderline explicit, and a lot of scenes in the music video alluded to a certain body part, if you get what I mean. So this caused them to become infamous as well, and it received massive backlash, but the entertainment Pascal would consider any kind of publicity good publicity. The members of Stellar felt extremely unhappy with the image of their group, and they even said during multiple interviews that they would love to hear that their next comeback was pretty and not provocative. Later on, the entertainment Pascal would join Makestar, and they launched a crowdfund to help realize Stellar's next comeback. They reached their goal of raising $8,418. God, I hate having to calculate. Reading numbers is such a struggle. Anyways, they reached that goal in just 3 days, and by the end of that Makestar project, they had raised over $35,000, showing that Stellar had gained a strong fan base over the years. And Sting was released in January of 2016, Stellar sticking to the sexy concept, but it seemed that the company had allowed them to tone it down just a little bit. It was clear that Stellar's career was really starting to pick up because they were even able to hold their own solo concert in 2016, which is amazing. The entertainment Pascal would go on to launch another crowdfund on Makestar, The project surpassed its goal once again, releasing Cry that same year. Because of their growing popularity, they were able to make their debut in Japan, and the following year, Stellar would become one of the first Korean girl groups to perform at a sold-out concert in Brazil. Stellar's popularity was on a rapid rise. In 2017, the entertainment Pascal added Soyoung to the lineup, making Stellar a 5-member group. The company promised that the group would return in mid-July. The production of the comeback would be funded through Makestar once again, raising over $94,000. Stellar returned with Archangels of the Sephiroth in June of 2017. This time around, the entertainment Pascal really failed at promoting their girl group because they did little to no interviews and only appeared on a few shows. The members of Stellar kept growing more and more unhappy with their company as their album that was supposed to go along with their title track kept getting delayed. Kayoung took to Twitter to express her frustration. "It's been 3 weeks since we've made a comeback, so why do I have to keep worrying about the production of our album? I only want to focus on our performances." Her fellow members responded with, "I feel numb now, and every day is a battle," which clearly showed that there was some turmoil between the members of Stellar and their company, and Gayoung's tweet would later be deleted, probably at the request of the company. 3 weeks after the release of Archangels of the Sephiroth, the entertainment Pascal finally released Stellar's album. During promotions for their title track, 3 members of Stellar were seen making an SOS sign. Was this a joke, or was this an actual cry for help? Not too long after this happened, Stellar would be seen crying at concerts and fan meets during their promotions in Japan. After Stellar had returned from their promotions in Japan, a fan that was close with the group published an article on July 31st that truly showed how unhappy the members felt, saying that they wished that no one would support their Makestar projects or buy their albums. The members felt tired, but their contracts hadn't expired yet, so they still have to do whatever the company demanded of them. They also said that their company tried to sign a contract with another agency to make the members appear on some kind of erotic TV show without the members' consent. The article also revealed that the CEO of the entertainment Pascal kept pushing the members of Stellar to take on more provocative concepts. Do keep in mind that this article was published by a fan, so the things that I just mentioned might be nothing more than allegations, but from what I've personally gathered from interviews with Stellar, this probably is not too far from the truth. In August of 2017, Kayoung and Hyunjul's contracts with the entertainment Pascal expired, and both of them decided to leave the company. In February of 2018, Stellar held a fan meeting with the current and former members. This fan meeting was essentially a goodbye, as both Minhee and Hyun's contracts were expiring soon, and they were not planning to re-sign with the company, and this would lead to the disbandment of Stellar. After Stellar's disbandment, Minhee started her own YouTube channel, and in a Q&A with her fellow Stellar member, Kayoung, she revealed that each member only made 10 million won, or $9,000, over the course of 7 years, which is shocking to say the least, because if you do a little bit of math, which I used my handy dandy calculator, they would make about $104 a month, which isn't even completely accurate, because in that same video they said that they wouldn't make any money at certain times, so you have to think this is the amount of money they made at the time of Marionette and Vibrato, probably, which is really shocking. Minhee also made a video where she met up with her former members after their disbandment, and luckily all of them seem to be doing well and look a lot happier now. It's disgusting how the entertainment Pascal exploited the members' bodies for them to gain attention, and it's sad to hear that Stellar themselves felt pressured to take on another provocative concept in order to gain recognition. This does not only show how messed up the entertainment Pascal is for pressuring their girl group into doing these concepts, but also how the audience only cared about them when their bodies were exploited. Luckily, they are finally free from their company and they get to live their lives how they please. And that was the tea on the entertainment Pascal. I try to research this topic to the best of my ability, but if there is any information that I missed, or if there's any information that you would like to add, feel free to write a comment to let us know, because I greatly appreciate it when you guys give us additional information. And I plan to do 6 more episodes to add to this series, so if there are any more companies that are the actual spawn of Satan, let me know in the comments below if you want me to talk about them, because they might be up next. And with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll talk to you guys very soon. Bye!